Hello everyone, this is CoolPro195 and welcome to part 12 of Let's Play Crash Bandicoot Sane Trilogy for the PS4. And we are starting off with the third warp room in Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back. And as you can tell, the Cortex theme tune is still playing. Now the first level we're gonna jump into is Plant Food, which is basically the last one. It's the last river level that you ride on the jet board. Hint, be the timer to earn a special gem, and obviously that's the time gem. So here we are in level 11, Plant Food, located in the third warp room, and this is the last level where we face a time gem, a gem that is recommended for us to earn by beating a timer that's above 1 minute. And this gem happens to be the gold gem or the yellow gem, however you want to put it. Okay, well that fucked up, even though I already had an Aku Aku mask, but you know, got one back. But yeah, Aku Aku masks are essential in this run, because there are plants that you're either gonna have to take damage to at some point, and there are two plants that are impossible to avoid if you don't go through to a certain section. And yeah, if you want to restart the level, make sure you don't hit a checkpoint on the way. Rookie mistake, that is. And yeah, make sure you don't get hit by that. But anyways, it's good that we don't, you know, face any bullshit death path in this level. So at least I won't be fully penalized if I die, but you know. That was really close. And just like that, we got the gold gem, and obviously collected the crystal along the way, so time to kill ourselves. And complete the level properly. Alright, now back to the level itself, and yeah, sometimes you gotta be careful with your jump, because you never know when the physics can fuck you over. I mean, a lot of people, from what I've been seeing, they've been having so many problems jumping from one platform to another and just easily dying for no reason whatsoever. It's that fucked up. Sometimes even if you hold X, sometimes the move can be defective. I destroyed both mines like that, but not in the way I intended. And yeah, you gotta avoid those whirlpools as well, but you know what, that doesn't matter to me much anymore, considering I don't have to face the time gen right now. By the way, those whirlpools right there, sometimes when you die, the death animation for it doesn't play, the same animation still remains, and the screen just fades to black. Which is, you know, a real, strange glitch. But you know, this AAA remastered product does have some glitches that still remain you know, unfixed or unchanged. Especially to the stage of its final developments. I'm not sure when they come out with with the multi-platform releases, I'm not sure if they're gonna apply a patch to Sane Trilogy, but I know for a fact that Vicarious Visions will deal with it. They responded with the exact words, deal with it, when it came to fan feedback. But anyways, that's the bonus round complete, and still looks amazing as ever. Anyways, now these plants aren't much of a problem for me anymore. But yeah, this is the last time we'll face, you know, a river, one of these river levels with jet boards properly. Yeah, I'll get that checkpoint after these boxes, then if I die I don't have to just go around and get these boxes. And if I died there though, I would have respawned all the way back to the previous checkpoint before that. And I hit one box in the distance from spinning that other plant in the way. But yeah, that last plant, piss easy to avoid. And we got the box gem for that. and the reason why, and it's also really helpful if we get, you know, the yellow gem or the gold gem, or however you want to put it, now, because, like, at this point, because in the next level, you're gonna need it to unlock the death path. Okay, so that's plant food complete. Now I have 11 crystals and 16 gems. Now, level 12, sewer or later. The second sewer level in the game. Hint, unlock a new path by earning the yellow gem elsewhere. Yeah, they call it a yellow gem officially. And by elsewhere, that is clearly the previous level, so yeah. Oh yeah, and they've introduced much deeper, like, you know, they've introduced like much deeper, like, pools of, you know, sewer water, pools of sewage water. I don't know why he's not jumping, and whoa, I was really close to that nitro there. I could have actually I could have lost my Aku mask there. And yeah, don't stand on these for too long, otherwise they will sink. Yeah, and right there is the death path, but I'm not gonna go there yet. I'm gonna go and smash these boxes first. Man, the sewer levels have amazing water, oh, for fuck's sake. I literally could have made it past without losing my Aku mask. What? I spun the son of a bitch, man. He's just wasting my masks, the little cunt. That was really close. Okay, bonus round time. I remember in the preview of this when, like, a reviewer was doing, like, a promo playthrough, like, a playthrough promo. I can't fucking speak for shit right now, but yeah, I remember when the reviewer was doing a playthrough promo of this level, and, like, he remained quiet throughout the entire, like, the whole time he was playing this bonus round. And also, that was around the time when, you know, when some things were still yet to be changed, such as, you know, the appearance of the Aku crates and everything. Like, the Aku mask still looked like Aku from Skylanders. Oh yeah, I remember, because you need the nitro switch to explode all those nitro crates. That's why it doesn't say, like, all the boxes. Yeah, there is a trick that you can, like, bypass, like, this area, but I'm just doing this legit. It's an easy section, to be honest. Yeah, then after that we're gonna throw another one of those scrubbing enemies. Oh, it was meant to go in then and cause a massive explosion. But oh well, this still works in my favour. At least I didn't take any hits. Anyways, now, this is the end of the death path, so we can't exit from here, because, you know, this is where you end with it, so I'm gonna backtrack through the level in order to go to the death path entrance. Oh, for fuck's sake, I could have landed on that platform easily. Oh no, oh come on, you're wasting my masks yet again. Man, I don't like how finicky these fucking physics are. They're worse than the original. That was really close though. I mean, like, really close. And yeah, there's that missing propeller from that other Aku mask that I missed. Yeah, it's strange how they take a bit of time to activate as well. Okay, now they made, like, the sewage water more like, what do you call it? Okay, I'm gonna go forwards just so because there's an Akaku mask there, I could really do with that. And obviously if I never lost any masks, I would have done this already. But you know, these cycles just like to waste times. And yeah, that's what I like. That is what I initially intended to do earlier. Yeah, get them. Now this time when I backtrack, hopefully this won't fuck up. Okay, that was better. Better than the previous time round. Whoa, that was a close one. Got the fan reset, but still, that's not a problem for me. Okay, back to the death path. Well, we get the death path gem. And yeah, it's another clear gem that we collect here. Oh, I don't like the positioning, it's terrible. Like, I couldn't even, like, you know, tell where I was gonna land, it's fucked up. And just like that, we got the death path gem. Okay. Ah, you can't. No, I could easily, like, get... I'm just gonna showcase the death path anyway, even though I already got the death path gem. For the sake of covering all that ground. Oh, for fuck's sake! Like, these physics, they really treat us like shit, like... It's not even... Sometimes it's just not even funny, but you know. There's a time and a place. Okay, well at least the Aku mask could help. Yeah, I know some people would say, oh, this is pointless because I already got the... It's pointless to go back to the death path now because I have the death path gem. But, you know, I'm doing this my way because I feel like... I just feel like covering all the ground, like, for the sake of showcasing. Plus, it's my let's play, I run this shit. Okay, let's see. Yeah. God, I was paying attention to the shadow to see where it landed, and it landed on that fucking box, yet I still landed in the fucking water. Okay. Yes! You fucked off. That's exactly what I was meant to do before. Okay, let's make this shit. But yeah, the electric eel is constantly like activating in this death path, which, you know, makes it a lot harder. But yeah. Yeah, I've noticed that they still kept... I've clocked that they still kept, like, you know, original, like, aspects, like, from the tracks. They kept, like, aspects from the original, like, soundtrack on the sewer levels as well. Why the fuck is he not dying? Like, I'm going right up close to him. There we fucking go. And yeah, the crystal, yeah, this is another situation where you gotta go to the left in order to get the crystal and then come back. What? Wow, I swear to fucking god I jumped. You know, it doesn't even matter that I don't even have to go back through the death path anymore, I already showcased that shit. Wow, like, in the original you could make it through that, but apparently in the AAA remastered you can't. Apparently in the AAA remastered trilogy you can't. Oh, you can! See, I was further putting that to the test just in case. And I made it. Well, like I said, like I keep saying, it takes getting used to. Whoa, okay, I spun on top of a crate there. I don't like how it doesn't spin like both of them in one go. Well, okay, fuck you, you cunt. Like, fucking physics fucking up the game entirely. Like, he literally should have died with the first spin, not like the second fucking spin. Well, okay, this time he doesn't die. But yeah, the reason why you gotta activate that first, that exclamation mark on the right first, is so it fills in those two crates on the left. It's because if you don't, there'll just be that Aku crate that remains filled. So yeah, you're saving yourself time by doing that. And we're coming to the end of this level. Yeah, you can fuck off. And now we've officially got the crystal and both gems, the Death Path gem and the box gem, in level 12 sooner or later. Now heading back to the warp room. Now I gotta say, I could have done that much faster. I really could have done that much faster, but due to all these bullshit circumstances of PISSTAKES, you know. It just took much more time than required.
Looking space station. I'm not sure, but Cortex might be trying to...
Okay, so that's sooner or later officially complete. Now moving on to level 13, Bear Down, which is another one of those polar levels that you ride in the snow. In tap run before a jump for greater distance. Yeah, the greater distance in your jump and your run. Now, as you can see, like, they've obviously made the color palette like a little bit more purple, but like it's less purple than the original, and I don't know how I missed that fucking box there. But yeah. You can jump ahead of it, but no, it doesn't really matter. And there we go. Oh yeah, by the way, there's also a trophy that you can get by, you know, killing yourself in one of these polar bear levels. And you do it by launching yourself into those ice cubes, one of those like ice cube rectangles that those lab assistants like raise up. Okay, yeah, I gotta admit I jumped too early, but you know, those reflecting like sunlight effects on the water, but I gotta admit, that's good attention to detail. Okay, yeah, I landed on the edge there, which makes these jumps like really intense. Okay, that was fucked up. But yeah, you're meant to launch yourself into like one of those ice cubes and then like hit yourself. Okay, that wasn't what I was meant to do, but yeah, you get trophies for dying as well. Okay, that's what I was meant to do. And there we have it, we get the trophy crash cubed. Yeah, I figured I'd get that out of the way so then we don't have to backtrack to do all this, like, shit. Just to, you know, complete the game 100% with all trophies as well as, you know, all the in-game achievements. How did I miss a box? I do not fucking know. The only logical explanation is physics. But yeah, anyways, enough of that. I like how like they capture like the difference of atmosphere. which is actually really interesting. Well, okay, I'm missing boxes because of, you know, the way like it's playing. It's because it's in a different engine. It feels much more different than it does to the original. Like the original just feels normal. It's not just that, but well, of course it feels normal, but it's not just that, but the camera angles as well. It feels weird because, like, why don't you just kill yourself when you need to? Couldn't have killed yourself fast enough. But yeah, the original is like the camera angle here, like, oh, why are you missing fucking boxes? Like, you're wasting valuable time here. Okay, that was close. That's much better. But yeah, the way the camera scrolls around the screen as well as, like, it doesn't 100% focus on Crash, or at least close to 100% focus on Crash, like it does in the original. And whoa, that was complete and utter fuckery. You can tell they've curved Crash's hitbox and Polar's hitbox. Like, otherwise, he wouldn't have slid, because in the original, as I've mentioned before, the hitboxes were flat and not curved on the edges. Which is completely fucked up. And we're really close to the end now. Whoa, I don't know how I landed on there. I seriously do not know how I landed, like, on those fucking nitros, but you know. In comparison to this and the original in terms of scenery, not all of it is like purple, some of it is blue and some of it is purple. So yeah, there's a mixture. Yeah, and as for the crystals, I like how the crystal, like, was shining in that area. Yeah, and just like that, we got the box gem, the crystal and the box gem in Bear Down, but we're not gonna go into that portal. Why? Because there's a secret area that we have to unlock for level 7 air crash, and we do so by jumping onto these pillars right here that sink into the water, and here we are with the portal that takes us to the 6th secret warp room, and we get the trophy island hopping for unlocking this secret area. Yeah, they basically, for unlocking secret areas, they basically added trophies for that in Sane Trilogy because like, it's good because it encourages the player, it further encourages the player to complete the game 100%, which is, you know, a good source of motivation there. But yeah, 47% complete now. And one thing I was gonna say was the fact that, you know how you go on those pillars, right? Those pillars that sunk into the water, in the original they were not ruined pillars, they were icy platforms that just sink into the water. That's all they were. But then obviously they come back up. But you know, they changed them. I'm not sure whether it's to do with, like, feedback. I'm not sure whether it's to do with, like, testers' feedback or something, but, you know, it is an interesting difference. And now here we are in the secret entrance, the secret death path entrance of level 7 air crash. So this level has 2 death paths. And yeah, we can get those lives, but it is risky. I'll get them anyway. Ah, for fuck's sake. See, this is what I mean, but it's not that risky in the original, but it's even more risky in the AAA remaster. But surprisingly, I actually made it. What do you know? You see these physics, like, I can't even... Sometimes it's hard to get to grips with these physics, but, you know, But at the same time, you know, they do surprise me how I sometimes get things. I sometimes get like these things right because I'm not used to these physics. And wow, yeah, that's another one of the reasons why it surprises me, because you can do so well, like, at one point, then fuck up completely somewhere else. Like, and I'm talking across all 3 games here. Like, it's funny because in Crash 1, like, the levels are, like, all the harder levels became easy and all the easier levels became hard. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you developers? But yeah. No, I'm not gonna lie, they still did a great job on this regardless. And we don't have to enter the death path, because obviously we already got the death path gem. So now all we gotta do is just go through the level casually and smash all the boxes. The rest is just an easy ride from this point forward. I mean, for me personally, that secret entrance is not even hard. I mean, yeah, well, to be honest, this game alone isn't even hard. It's like, I know these games from the back of my hand. I know them so well, to a point where I know where everything is, I know how everything is done. It's like, it gives me that mindset where I do not expect to die at all, let alone in like the stupidest places. But then again, any old deaths, they do not surprise me. But yeah, some of that has to do with the new physics. It's not just the levels themselves, it's to do with the engine. Wow, like, it didn't even slide jump back then, because I was gonna get that fucking Wumpa through. I know I didn't need to, but I'm just doing it the way I'm doing it. If you don't like it, take it to the bank. And yeah, that trick happened just like last time. Just like in the last part. Like, that glitch happened where, you know, that exclamation mark didn't activate. But yeah, basically, like, because of these physics, they don't help in... Sometimes they really don't help in certain situations. So in the original, like, I always like paid attention to the animation to see where, you know, Crash is gonna go. And then I know exactly, like, what's gonna happen. Okay. Well, that was cheap as fuck to say the least, but you know. Anyways, now we gotta jump over here to get these crates. And by the way, no, you can't actually glitch yourself to go on top of this platform. If you have an Aku Aku mask, you can't take damage and then glitch yourself on top of that platform. You're gonna have to do it legit in this AAA remastered trilogy. Like, it's not like the original where you can glitch stuff. Yeah, a few things they did fix, but a few things they've also broken as well. Well, not necessarily broken, the things like they didn't really fix in the first place. Things that were already broken, but they didn't fix anyway. And as you saw, like, I was on my jetboard on top of, you know, that platform over there. Well, not the platform, but that gate that I, you know, surf over. But yeah, that's officially the surfing levels complete for the crystals and gems. Now that's that covered, we'll go back to the third warp room with Road to Ruin. And yeah, as you saw, like, that death path was, you know, no longer active because obviously I died before I reached it, but you know. It doesn't matter because I already got the death path gem anyway. Wow, like, it expects you to be right in the middle in order to go up, whereas in the original they don't give a fuck. But yeah, that's that area complete. Now moving on from Road to Ruin. And yes, this is another level we'll have to backtrack because there's another secret area that we're gonna have to unlock. Hidden clear gems often appear at the end of death routes. Yeah, they often appear at the end of levels, to be honest. Levels themselves, to be honest, but you know. Oh yeah, by the way, like in the original, you would be able to slide jump over there and skip this section entirely in order to access that secret death path entrance that you normally would. Like from level, level 17 digging it. But in this AAA Remastered Trilogy they made the gap larger, they made it wider so you can't access it. Which is total fuckery. It's complete fuckery at its finest, but you know, they really made sure that people don't fucking, you know, cheat their way. Even though it's not technically cheating, it's the way you're technically playing with the mechanics they provided and that only, so it's not technically cheating in that sense. I remember seeing beta screenshots of this level as well. At this level in particular. Yeah, I'm gonna go here first to get the crystal, because the crystal is like past the death path. And I'll smash these crates to get like more Wumpa fruit as well. It would help towards getting lives, and yeah, in each of these games there is a 99 life trophy. Well, a trophy for you to get 99 lives. And it still missed me. Although I do like how the death path is actually more user friendly here. You don't have to jump to go onto the death path like you do in the original, because you could piss easily miss it in the original, like just by doing one false move on your jump. And it's one of these barrels like fucking like Donkey Kong or some shit. Okay, what the fuck was that all about? I swear I was in the same fucking position as I was when I jumped. Like when I landed, I swear I was in the same fucking position. I didn't even press forward and I still fucking fell off. Like, what the fuck was that all about? But yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, they pull some Donkey Kong shit right here. It's a nice little Donkey Kong reference that they did with this game. Spin that blue gorilla. Or ape, or whatever the fuck he is, I don't know. I don't know what they're meant to be, but you know, designs can fool you sometimes. Okay, that was really close. Okay, now we've come across, for the first time in the game, we come across these tilting platforms right here, and also a game that actually took inspiration from this was Hugo Black Diamond Fever. They took inspiration from Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back for those sort of tilting platforms that go like that, tilt left and right and all the way around. Well, and by the way, and we just got the Death Path gem. And yeah, now as you can see, the path is inactive. But by the way, there is a way that you can get across to the other side, but you know. But in Insane Trilogy, presumably it's harder. And also these rats, like, in the original they were more blue in comparison, whereas in this AAA remastered build they made them all white. I jumped into the bonus round. I know like it won't make a difference in terms of getting the box gem, obviously, because I need to access that death path. Okay, I don't know how that fucked up, but you know, positioning does suck. Yeah, they made this bonus round sound more like futuristic as well. Like in this AAA remastered build, whereas in the original it sounded more oriental, in a way. And as I was saying earlier, I saw beta screenshots of this level for Crash Bandicoot and Sane Trilogy being revealed, and there were so many things that were different. There was grass in like certain places, which you can see have now been removed. And those spiky enemies, those enemies with spikes were like, before, like this one over here, like they didn't have like that, you know, they didn't have like that those sort of plants, those elements on top of them before. And yeah, as I said, we get the box gem later on, from level 17 digging it, through that secret death path. So for now that's level 14 Road to Ruin complete for now, with the crystal and the death path gem, or the death root gem. One man's trash. Yeah, and you do that by earning a certain amount of gems. And yeah, which is, you know, another decent thing about all these achievements. So yeah, that's Road to Ruin complete. Well, that is a good shot of CGI right there, I'm not gonna lie. Now moving on to Unbearable. By the way, although Unbearable is a platforming level, it's a level Coco can't enter because there's a section where you ride a polar bear, so it's compulsory to play this level as Crash, according to the game's mechanics. Hint, the giant bear opens a secret passage. Indeed he does, because he commits suicide later on. And this is like the longest dash level, and I don't know how the fuck I died there. Like, that was really late on fucking registering the controls match, and this time we're not being chased by a bowler, we're being chased by a giant polar bear. Which is fucking mad. Oh, that was really close. But yeah, we're not being chased by a snowy polar bear anymore. You know, imagine if they made a fucking Uncharted 5. I'm not sure if that was to happen, but if they were to make like an Uncharted 5 with like a polar bear. Oh, that was really close. Considering I was on the fucking edge there. Okay, that was really close. And they've added enemies in the way as well. It is generous how, like, you earn Wumpa Fruit when the polar bear kills you, yet it's weird how whenever you spin them, or one into another, or chamber them in one spin, you don't get Wumpa Fruit. But anyways, let's go into the death path. Yeah, I'll spin this because then, if I don't spin that, I'll have to do that entire section yet again. Down here is a secret path, which leads to more boxes. And yeah, I know, like, there are nitro crates here as well, and I could have gone, whoa, what the fuck, how did I even die? I was meant to land on top of him, but for some reason he landed on the side. That is completely fucked up. But yeah, anyways, what do you call it? I know that there are nitro crates in here as well, and I know that I could have gone to that area, but I'm just doing this like with more challenge, you know, just for the fun of it. And yeah, these hunters, man, they really, it feels like they've taken inspiration from Rayman 1 there, because there's those hunter enemies from Rayman 1 where they shoot like these bullets and then you see them coming from the distance. What? Okay, I was meant to jump on top of there, but for some reason, like the top of Crash, like he activated, you know, Like, the top of him just caught, like, the bottom of that platform, which is complete and utter fucking bullshit. Well, okay. I lost an Akwaku mask, which is unfortunate, but you know. Okay, that's better. That's what I was meant to do before. Okay, and I like the detail in the background there as well, like, where they show, like, what's behind the walls, like, within those holes. You see, like, trees with snow on them, plus, like, broken boulders and shit. And he can fuck off. And right here, you gotta watch out because there are 2 lives over here. Well, okay, I don't know how the fuck he's not making that, but you know. Like, you can do him another way, but I figured I'd just do it that way because it's fun. In my opinion. Yeah, and now we have these, like, little rats or rodents, whatever the fuck they are over here, where they have armor, so you've got a body slam in order to destroy their armor. Although I like how this AAA remastered build that whenever you destroy their armor, you don't actually get pushed to a side like you do in the original. So that really helps out a lot, especially considering the amount of platform space you have on that that platform alone. Like, can you really afford being pushed to a side as the last thing you want? But on here though, it's not so bad. On this platform, obviously it's much longer, it's not so bad. But yeah, I like that attention to detail over there. I don't know, it kind of looks like you can see, like, much more greenery in the background, plus, you know, trees and rocks and boulders and shit. And yeah, they introduced a section where they have fucking rats and moles here, even though you can technically slide jump to that platform, but you know, I figured I'd do it legit. And whoa. Okay, these mechanics need to stop fucking playing with me. Oh, fuck. Oh, well, at least I made it to the end. At least I made it through the end. And then he bursts through there, which is sick. And there's the exclamation mark crate right there for the nitro crates. And here we are back to the underground bonus rounds. To these with fucking, you know, circus music and everything. It's more elaborate here, to be honest. Like the backgrounds. And this time that you see light shining through, you know, the roofs and everything. I caught more of a glimpse through the top as well, which is nice. Yeah, the attention to detail, that's really good. Come to think of it, the music sounds like, when it gets like, the further you get into the track, okay, this is, I was gonna get all that Wumpa fruit, but you know. Yeah, don't fucking at me, I'm playing it the way I want to. But yeah, I made it across so you don't have to fucking backtrack. But yeah, it is what it is. Why does this fucking shit have to happen? Yeah, I know I don't need to do this, but I don't need to do that, but you know, it's a good thing you don't lose lives in the fucking bonus round. Okay, this time I didn't make it on top of there. Okay, looks like it wants to fucking play with me. By the way, body slamming your way up does not work. In this AAA remastered build, it just doesn't work. You know, I shouldn't even bother. I know I shouldn't bother. You know, fuck it, I'm not even gonna bother. And that's that dealt with. And yeah, the section after this, you face against the track. But as I was saying, like, in terms of like, the bonus rounds for these like dashing stages in Crash 2, like the music gets even more and more tropical along the way, especially when it goes down. And I don't know how the fuck I died just there, like it didn't even register the spin fast enough. Like, I pressed square before I got there, yet it didn't even activate. I swear there's input lag. And no, for those of you who are like, oh, it's better on a launch day PS4, no, it's not. Because I've played it on both and it's the same. Like the performance is somewhat the same, although on the PS4 Pro it's kind of more like, obviously the 30 frames per second cap is like, you know, like the 30 frames per second cap is just not even, you know, that effective, since, you know, there's more frames and animation and everything in certain places. And just like that, we got the box gem. We have a crystal and a box gem for unbearable. The unbearable bullshit this is. And since the polar bear, the giant polar bear committed suicide, we can slide over here and go to the secret area by going to Polar. No bear left behind. Although it is interesting how, like, he suddenly, how, like, whenever you leave him, when you leave the level, yeah, like, he's suddenly transported back there. Maybe he was transported back there, I don't know for sure. But, you know, it's how they made the game.
Crash, my boy. You are more than halfway there. But I'm sure you've noticed that things are getting harder. The last 10 crystals will be the hardest to gather, and our enemies will be sending their strongest forces to thwart you. I'll contact you again when you have completed the next warp room.
Okay. So it's really interesting how, now that I have all the crystals, the cutscene plays here instead of on the third warp room. When, like, usually, like, on the other, like, on all the other occasions, the cutscenes only played when I entered the warp room that the cutscenes are supposed to be played on. I don't know if this is supposed to be a glitch or not, but, you know. But as you can tell, some are still locked. But obviously, the levels locking. The levels that are locked, they obviously don't apply here, they only apply to the levels that you just got a crystal on. And over here, Totally Bare, is actually a secret level that we go into. And it's another one of those polar bear levels that we play. So let's jump right into Totally Bare. And it's also the first level that does not require a crystal. You just get a gem in it. And yeah, we got that hint before, tap run before a jump to get greater distance. And this is one set in the dark. And yeah, you can see the time trial clock because, as you know, this level does not consist of a crystal. That's why they have the time trial clock there. Like, that was originally a thing in Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped, and I don't know how I missed those boxes there, but you know. It's all about the right positioning and everything. But I gotta say, even these dark levels look really nice. Okay, that was really close, like really close. And yeah, this is a level where you really gotta use, you know, where you really gotta speed up and jump, like use that special technique in order to get you further, because they've got such long pits that you've gotta get across. Like, such long pits filled with icy water. Well, okay, I jumped over that, which was clearly not what I was supposed to do. But it is helpful that you do have light along the way, which is interesting. And yeah, to get these boxes, you have to jump in between that gap to get both of them. Oh, by the way, there was originally ice in that section as well. There's originally ice that you slide on in that section, but obviously they got rid of that. And in this section with the TNTs as well, there would usually be a patch of ice, like a rectangular patch of ice over there, but that's obviously another thing that they changed. Like, I've noticed in some levels, some of the snow levels, they actually removed, like, some of the ice patches. I don't know whether it was to make the levels easier for the player or not. But the ice physics in the original weren't actually that bad. I don't know, maybe it's to do with how bad the ice physics are in this AAA remastered trilogy. And yeah, we got all 38 boxes, so that's decent. And yeah, as for this little section right here, it's nothing special, but you know, it is interesting how they actually have that little section down there. And just like that, we got the gem for Totally Bare, which is level 26. Yeah, we've officially completed level 26 Totally Bare with the gem. And yeah, as for the time trials, obviously I'm gonna save them, like, till the end, just like I mentioned before. Okay, that's officially Totally Bare complete. Fucking hell, can't speak for shit. And, well, that was a nice shot of Crash looking into the camera. And Polo looks jokes over there. It looks like he really doesn't want his picture taken or some shit. He was just like, get that camera out of my face, bitch. But anyways, back up to the third warp room, where we face our third boss fight, Tiny Tiger. And obviously, as you see, these levels have been locked for the time being. So now let's jump into the boss fight and fight Tiny Tiger. He doesn't pay attention to his surroundings. Yeah, you can say that again. Okay, you know the way he bashes the door here in comparison to the original? He just rips the gate open. But in the original, he like makes a dent in like the mechanical door and smashes it open, which is, you know, interesting. But I gotta say, they've made this look sick. You know, by the way, the objective of this is to not land on a platform that sinks, so whenever a platform starts flashing red, you don't jump on them, but you want to get Tiny to go on top of him though, so, and he follows you wherever you go, like so. Like, this is actually a very easy boss fight to do, to say the least. Yeah, I like how they changed like the last like sound effect for that as well. Or by the way, sometimes Tiny can't do like complicated jumps like Crash can. Oh, that was really close. But it really is more immersive how they made that sound effect like more intense at the end. Tiny tricked. Yeah, that's the perfect name for that trophy. That's the third boss fight complete. Alright, so that was very easy to say the least, and I like how they use some of the elements from the original in the soundtrack as well for the Tiny Tiger boss fight. I've noticed that, as well as like, you know, remastered the grounds of the track. Anyways, here we are in the fourth warp room, and presumably no cutscene playing this time, but you know. But anyways, that's a wrap for part 12, and the next level we'll be starting off with is Hanging Out. So yeah, that's officially Tiny Tiger beaten, the third boss fight beat, so that wraps up part 12 for now, and in part 13 we'll be starting off with the fourth warp room in Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back. I hope you lot enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. I hope you lot enjoyed this video. Feel free and be sure to subscribe, like or rate, however you want to put it, and drop a comment below. Drop a comment below to leave constructive feedback if you possibly can, and or share around with your friends and family, wherever they may be, and see you lot in part 13 of Let's Play Crash Bandicoot and Sane Trilogy for the PS4, or another potentially upcoming project on this channel whenever it may happen. Laters everyone, peace out.